Shemel Shah. Yahweh Shemel Shah. Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Psalm 50. The mighty God, even the Lord, hath spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined. Our God shall come, and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about. Call above and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for God is judge himself, Selah. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel. And I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy God. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices or thy burnt offerings, to have been continually before me. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he-goats out of thy folds. For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, but the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Will I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High, and call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked God saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, and thou consentedst with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest, and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of God.
Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples to all these younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth and his sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua. Now, I want to go into a lesson, dealing with how serving helps us heal, being a servant. And Yahweh Shai left an example of servitude. One of the biggest examples that we have from Yahweh Shai, was that he came in the spirit of a servant. He didn't come, to rule over Jacob, to be a man of status and clout. within the Roman Empire. He came, all right, on the mission, all right, and he came in the spirit of a servant, you know. So let's get there real quick and the book of Philippians, chapter 2. All right, this is so yeah, we get the book of Philippians, chapter 2. All right, and you say be like Hamashiach, okay. All right, this Philippians 2 and 3. Okay. Well, I started 1. All right, it says if there be therefore any consolation in Yahushua, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels and mercies, fulfill ye my joy, that you be like-minded, having the same love, being one accord of one mind. And Yahushua, you know, he was all about, you know, the brethren being on one accord, okay, beginning in doctrine, all right, and having this sincere love one for another, okay. And Yahushua established it, and he showed it, you know, through his action. You know, the ultimate action was him, you know, being tortured to death, you know, for the betterment of the nation, beginning with the elect, okay. Philippians 2 and 3 said, let nothing be done through strife or vain glory, but in lowliness of mind, let each other, all right, let each esteem other better than themselves. Yeah, because you know you have a lot of men that their whole ministry now is based off strife. You know, their whole mission and agenda, you know, is to stir up strife and contention. Like that's their only purpose of hitting record, just to turn up, just to stir up strife and some type of vainglory. Okay, Jake coming in on horses. All right, Jake want to do movies. Jake want to be rappers. Okay, it's vainglory. Nah, man. Yahushua wasn't about vainglory when he was in the earth, man. Yahushua was about serving, you know, and he left that example of us serving, man. Lowliness of mind, not thinking too much of ourselves, man. Yahushua, you know, he never exalted himself, man. He never took any opportunity, because there was plenty of opportunities where he could have exalted himself. Okay, he could have been acting based off clout. Nah, it was all to exhort the Heavenly Father. Okay, he came as a servant of the Heavenly Father, man. Okay, and it says, verse 4 says, look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. Yeah, because beginning with our apostles and elders, you know, you look at how much time those men take, you know, to feed the flock, you know, because they know the breakdowns, you know, they have the understanding. All right. But what are they doing? They're in the spirit of servants as what? Continually feeding the flock, man. Continually, okay, bringing out, you know, new information. You know, they're in the spirit of a servant. You know, on and off camera. You know, setting things in order. You know, amongst the churches. You know, off camera, like those men. All right, are coming in the spirit of Yahushua, which is a servant, looking on things of others, man. Okay, dealing with the certain concerns in the church, you know, questions and strife, you know, that might come about, you know, concerns, curiosities, you know, those men are constantly dealing with those things, man, you know, and that's the spirit that Yahushua was in, concerned about the things for others, man. Okay, our life is not our own anymore, you know. When we came into this ministry, we have a duty and a responsibility to the body, okay. And that's self-healing within itself, man, because we was in this life when we was living all for ourselves, man. We felt vain, we felt empty, man. When we was out here just moving and making decisions just based off ourselves, man, forwarding ourselves, okay, you felt empty, man. But now there's no fulfillment like serving, okay, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Verse 5 said, let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, man. And that's the mindset of a servant. Okay. Now I want to go here to the book of Luke, chapter 8. Just get a few examples. Okay. Now, all right. Now this goes to ministering women. Now, spiritually, as a nation, we're the woman, all right, the bride of Yahweh Shemal Shai, and then you have, women, you have women that serve Yahweh Shai, during his ministry, that served, the disciples, all right, it was an aid, okay? So just read and get some account. This is the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 2, and it says, and certain women which had been healed of evil spirits, all right, and certain and infirmities, yeah. So in certain women, okay, which had been healed of evil spirits and infirmities, Mary called Magdalene, out of whom went 7 devils, okay? Because one thing about it, we was all, possessed by evil spirits, man, doing what we wanted to do, man, in Christianity, okay? Believing in the American dream, the American way, okay? Westernization, wanted to be thugs and, street niggas and, okay? Hot girls or independent, okay? Had demons on us, man. All right. So we had those evil spirits, but when we was healed, all right, what did we begin to do? You keep reading on. It says, in Joanna, the wife of Chuzu, Herod Stewart, so she was a wife, of nobility, and Susanna and many others, which ministered unto him of their substance. Yeah, so these women, all right, were recorded for what? Ministering, all right, for being ministers, after they was healed of those evil spirits, okay, and serving, like, because once those demons, through this word are removed from us, what maintains us is tapping into their purpose of being a servant, man. To whatever capacity that the Lord give us, man. Okay, you have men, doing their service, and like I say, the service is on and off camera. Okay, but it's an act of service, And one thing you see with Mary Magdalene, she when she was on the scene, she was always serving. Every time she's mentioned, all right, it speaks about her past, being a harlot. Okay, but then it speaks about her being healed and her serving. So you go here to Luke 7, once you brought this out before, just bring it out again. All right. So you go here to the book of Luke, chapter 7, jump down to 36. All right, this is the book of Luke, chapter 7, verse 36. And it says, and one of the Pharisees desired him that he would eat with him. And he went into the Pharisee's house and sat down, all right, to meat. And behold, a woman in the city, which was a sinner, this is Mary again, when she knew that Yahushua sat at meat in the Pharisee's house, brought an alabaster box of ointment, and stood at his feet behind him, weeping, and began to wash his feet, all right, with tears, and did wipe them with the hairs of her head, and kissed his feet, and anointed them with ointment. So this account shows you what? That she had a contrite spirit, and that contrite spirit, provoked her to what? To serve. She's serving. So you see her on the scene, she's serving. Okay? Wiping her tears, wiping his feet with her tears, man, in her hair. Okay? Hey, that's hey, she showed that she was sorrowful, man. And she showed it through what? Action. Okay? It said, now when the Pharisees which had bidden him saw it, he spake within himself, saying, this man, if he were a prophet, would have known who and what manner of woman that is that toucheth him, for she is a sinner. Okay? In which, as a nation, we was all sinners, man. Okay, as the woman of Yahweh Shemal Shai, we all was guilty of spiritual adultery, man. Okay? Serving other guys, serving other deities, worshiping ourselves, or whatever it was, man. Okay? Hey, but we come back with those tears, serving, man. Tears represent that contrite spirit, which it says in let's get that real quick in the book of Psalm 51. Then we'll go back to that. This Psalms 51 and it's straight to the point. All right, this Psalms 51 and 16 said, "For thou desires not sacrifice, else would I give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offering." Yeah, because we don't even have this system in place anymore, the old Levitical priesthood, but we can offer sacrifice for sin. Okay? Now our sacrifice is our obedience, man. Our discipline. You see, we sacrifice our time, for the ministry, man. That's our sacrifice. That shows that contrite spirit. As you go here, Psalms 51 and 7 said, "The sacrifices of the Most High are a broken spirit." All right, we seen Mary, she came with that broken spirit, that broken in the contrite heart, okay, of mine. All right, and that's why you can't be in this ministry and still be proud. That shows that you haven't been broken. If you're proud, you're not broken. If you're a man, okay, and you're trying to promote yourself, and you boast in yourself as if you're just this great, this great super teacher, leader of Israel, okay, that's not a contrite spirit. That's not what the Lord requires, man. You're not bringing what's required. All right, and it begins with that humility, man. You're a woman, you still trying to tell men what to do and think you're gonna put a head wrap on and still come with that masculine, feminine, all right, feminism energy. Nah, man. Okay, we have to be broken. You see, then we begin to serve. Okay, and one thing about it, people that are proud, they think they're above serving, man. Okay, they want to be served. You see, but nah, man. We know. Hey, look, we were dead to the wrong. Okay, and to make up for it, we're going to serve. And see, that serving is the only thing that's healing us right now, man. Through this word. Being proactive in the ministry is a healing. Reading Psalms 51 and 17 again says, "The sacrifices of the Most High are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. O power, thou would not despise." Okay, and the Lord doesn't despise someone who sincerely repenteth, and through their repentance begin to serve, man. The Most High gonna honor that. So going back to going back to Luke 7 and 40, just reading on down, it says, "And Yahushua answering said unto him, Simon, I have somewhat to say unto thee." So now he's going to go into a parable. And he said, "Master, say on. There was a certain creditor which had two debtors. The one owed 500 pence and the other 50. And when they had nothing to pay, he frankly forgave them both. Therefore, tell me therefore which of them will love him the most." Simon answered and said, "I suppose that he to whom he forgave the most." And he said unto him, "Thou hast rightly judged." And he turned to the woman and said unto Simon, "Seest thou this woman? I entered into thine house, and thou gavest me no water for my feet, but she hath washed my feet with tears and wiped them with the hairs of her head. Thou gavest me no kiss, but this woman, since the time I came in, have not ceased to kiss my feet. My head with oil thou didst not anoint, but this woman have anointed my feet with ointment. Wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much." All right. "But to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little." Yeah. So she was forgiven for much, and that provoked her to do work, man. That provoked her to be active. Okay. And Yahushua said, her sins, which are many, are forgiven. We have to remember, like Yahushua, he paid the debt for our sins. Okay. But he didn't demolish the debt. Okay. We still have, it's still a requirement of us, man, to put in labor. in this ministry, man. Okay? So hey, we remember we're in the process of being forgiven. We're not gonna know we're forgiven until we're delivered. Okay, so in the meantime, we just gotta be proactive, man, and really be about the Father's business, man, to whatever capacity that is for us, man. Even if it's just us being obedient and disciplined, okay, sacrificing our time, man. Because anything about serving, with money and just material things, which those things are appreciated. You brothers and you sisters that give, it's a beautiful thing, man. The gifts that you send, to brothers, that's greatly appreciated, man. And the Lord gonna honor that, man. Yahweh Shai, he's a good Lord. He's gonna honor that, man. He's a just Lord. Okay. Verse 48, and says, and he said unto her, thy sins are forgiven. And they that sat at meat with him began to say within themselves, who is this that forgiveth sins also? He said to the woman, thy faith have saved thee, go in peace. And what did her faith do? It produced works. Okay? Her faith produced works. So let's get this real quick. Another account. I just found it interesting, every time, Mary Magdalene is mentioned. All right. She's on the scene serving, man. Okay. Now this is when they will get the body of Yahushua. Now this St. John 19 and 38, and says, and after this, John of Arimathea, being a disciple of Yahushua, but secretly for fear of the Jews, besought Pilate that he might take away the body of Yahushua, and Pilate gave him leave. He came therefore and took the body of Yahushua, and there came also Nicodemus, which at the first came to Yahushua by night, and bought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100-pound weight. Damn, that's a lot. 100 pounds of myrrh, okay, and aloes. Boy, that was a lot. All right. It says, then took they the body of Yahushua and wound it in linen clothes with spices, as the manner of the Jews is to bear. Now, in the place where he was crucified, there was a garden, and in the garden a new sepulchre, wherein was never man yet laid. So what do you have? You have believers, and what are they doing? They're serving. First, Joseph Arimathea, he put himself out there by wanting to retrieve the body of Yahushua. They could have went bad for him. He could have lost everything. His status. All right, but he believed. Okay, and then Nicodemus, the one that we read about in John the 3rd chapter, when Yahushua is telling him how you have to be born again. Okay, and he came and he was serving, man. He came with his resources, man. As a servant. You see. Now reading verse 41 says, now in the place where he was crucified, there was a garden, and in the garden a new sepulchre wherein was never man yet laid. There laid, it said, there laid they Yahushua. Therefore, because of the Jews' preparation day for the sepulchre, all right, was not at hand. Now you read the next verse. Okay, it said, the first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early. You see, when it was yet dark, unto the sepulchre, and seeth the stone, all right, taken away from the sepulchre. All right, so she's first one on the scene, coming to care for the body. Okay, it was yet dark on the scene. Okay, she ready to serve, man. Even after he's gone, her mindset is serving. Okay, and they remind me, because it said when she was yet dark. Now you go to this Proverbs of a virtuous woman, you know, and you go into I think 31. Now, would you go into the virtuous woman? You know, it's speaking of, you know, beginning, you know, the spirit of the elect men that's serving Yahushua. You know, but also actual woman, you know, will have these characteristics. Okay. Now, when you read here, all right, let me read Proverbs 31:10 says, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies." Okay. Verse 15 says, "She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens." You see that? She rises also while it is yet night. Mary Magdalene said it was dark. Okay. And she was up, active. You see, servitude, that's what's going to get us that serving and sincerity, man. You know, to even tell you sisters a cheat code, okay, to you know, to make a brother really have favor, a man really have favor, is your servitude, you know, is your your proactiveness. That's gonna take you a long way. You know, as men serving Yahushua, being proactive in the spirit is gonna take you a long way, man. You know, as a woman, a man, you know, he will have nothing better than a woman that was proactive when it came to serving. Okay? And guess what? As we serve Yahweh Shema Shah is healing us, man. And the woman in her purpose, all right, serving the man, you know, it's a healing. You know, being healed from all this madness, those evil spirits, and evil doctrines, you know, that we partook in, man. Okay? So I want to go here. Okay, brothers. All right. Let's see, brothers lighting it up. Yeah, let's go here, Mr. Brother. Because I'll burn Yahweh this Sirach 18:20. Before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation thou shalt find mercy. Okay? And it's a constant thing of self-examination. You know, it's a daily thing. You know, we have to examine ourselves on a daily basis, you know, because it's a spiritual war. Like, we can't go, you know, these long periods of time and not examining. Like, nah, it got to be on a daily basis, man, because so much can happen, you know, and Satan tries to gradually, you know, remove us from the faith, you know. But nah, man, it's a daily thing. And one thing that I say that keeps us, you know, in tune with the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai is serving, man. You know, like I said, that's on and off camera. You know, you might just be reposting brothers' lesson, you know, sharing brothers' live stream. You know, you might just be, you know, and you know, just encouraging brothers on the comment board. You know, on and off camera, man. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that are very necessary, man, for the ministry, man. You know, and that keeps us out of the midst of BS. You know, that keeps us occupied, you know, in the spirit. You know, they gives us favor from on high. You know, serving is a very vital thing. You know, 1 Corinthians 6:20. This is Brother GMS, Virginia Island, Straight Gate. It says, "For ye are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify the Most High in your body and in your spirit, which are the Most High's." Yeah, we've been purchased, man, and we've been purchased to serve. Okay, how shall they make that sacrifice, man, for us to Netflix and chill all the goddamn time, man? Okay, is be looking up in the air all the goddamn time, man. Nah, man, the Lord purchased us to be a servant, man. Okay, to serve, man. You know, and we especially, hey, we're leaders, man. We have to, we have to work harder than anyone. If you're head of a household, like that's a position of serving, man. Of course, you be served, okay, but you're serving as well. You know, like hey, this thing is this a toil, this a labor. You know, knowing the state of your flock, like all this is servitude, man. We was purchased to work, man. Okay, we don't want to be cutting it short. When it comes in serving, man. The flesh to justify, that bare minimum shit. The flesh to justify those things, man. Okay, so let's and everybody benefits, man. Because we all serving each other, man. Matter of fact, I think that's yep, brother, yep. This on the brother GMS, your Watazaba and your Howder. All right, Ephesians 4:1, it says, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord beseech you that you walk worthy of the vacation wherewith you are called. Yeah, we've been called into this thing. How do we walk worthy, man? Serving in sincerity, not doing things to be seen, but in sincerity, man. Out of true love for the body, man. The scripture calls it what? A labor of love, man. We do these videos out of love, man. You're gonna hear rebuke. You're gonna hear things that's gonna ruffle. We gonna hear things that ruffle us, man. We get cut all the time. We hear things and be like, damn, we hear videos, we can read, get cut, like, it's part of it. But we make the adjustments, man. Okay? But showing ourselves worthy is through action, man. Okay? It said, yep, verse 2 said, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. Okay? Forbearing one another in love, man. All right? I want to get that real quick in Peter. I'll get this. It's 1 Peter chapter 5. All right, this 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 1. It says, the elders which are among you I exhort, who am also an elder and a witness of the suffering of Messiah, and also a partaker of the glory of that glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of the Most High which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. Okay? Not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. You see? Feed the flock. And that's okay. One of the main things, that's required is feeding the flock of the Most High, which is among us, man, because everybody benefits, man. It's edification that the believers be built up. It's making men, better leaders, better brothers, better husbands, better fathers. All right, it's making women, better wives, better mothers, better sisters. Okay, everybody is benefiting, by being fed. Okay, these spiritual nutrients, man. It said neither is being lords over the Most High's inheritance, but being examples to the flock, man. Okay, we're not here to lord over, all right, Israel, man. We're here to be an example. Okay, we have to be the walking example of the things that we teach and that we preach, man. Our day-to-day lives should match up with the things that we're saying on camera. Okay, what we doing off camera should match up with everything that we saying on camera, man. Okay, we have to be more disciplined on ourselves than anyone, man. Okay, we have to have way higher expectation for ourselves than for the people that listen, man. And it says, And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away, man. That's immortality. That's the ultimate crown of glory. Okay, those new bodies, man. Okay, those new immortal bodies that's never going to fade away, man. That's going to be a token of the Lord was pleased with what we've done within His grace period, man. Verse 5, it says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves to the elder. Yeah, all of you be subject one to another. Okay, we're all serving each other. Everyone is being served. Okay, hey, the body is serving itself, man. You know, just like your own body, it services itself. You know, every organ in the body is working on behalf of the rest of the body, man. It's doing something that's an aid to the rest of the body. Every organ, your liver, your lungs, your kidneys, is all doing this service. Okay, within this respected capacity to be a asset to the body. Okay, it says, yeah, all of you be subject one to another and be clothed with humility, for the Most High resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble. Okay, and it takes a humble mindset to truly be in their spirit, you know, of a servant. Okay, and it's action oriented, man. Okay, faith is a thing of action. Okay, faith is not a thought that just rests in our head, you know, and just chilling. No, faith is an action. Okay, and James went into it. The book of James, all right, it's the book of James, chapter 2, verse 14. It said, what doeth it profit, my brethren, though as a man say he have faith and have not works? Can faith save him? Yeah, just verbalizing faith is not going to save us, man. There's going to have to be an action, all right, with this faith. Not taking the MOTB, that's an action. That's something that's going to have to be done, but it's going to be based off our faith. Okay, so faith is not just a thought that rests in the back of our mind. Okay, it's an action. It says, if a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Okay, even so, faith, if it had not works, is dead, being alone. Yeah, because it takes an action. Okay, faith is shown through how we utilize our resources, how we utilize our time, the effort that we put in, the tenacity that we have in this ministry. All this is a showcase of faith. Our decision making is a showcase of faith. The things we walk away from, all these things are a showcase of faith. You got brothers and sisters that have went through some changes in their life, man, all based off faith. Made some moves based off faith, man. Okay, it says, even so, faith, if it had not works, is dead, being alone. Yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Okay? And like I say, the beautiful thing about it, faith, is healing us, man. Faith is actually healing us from within, and the being and serving, having that faith, but then that spirit to serve, is healing us, man. Okay. So that's pretty much the point, Just want to put that out there, this morning. Some things I was reading. Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters edify once again and give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who grew well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful Shalom. Kwam Mashallah, Abba, DTA, Shalom.